On our road to total victory, that is not stopping us to seek restitution and justice. In every battle, there comes a time when both sides consider themselves beat. Then he who continues the attack wins. Come on board! Hi, everybody. Welcome to the new InfoWars. I'm your host, Tim Heidecker. We have officially taken over InfoWars now. We are in charge of InfoWars. This is a new dawn, a new era. We're turning the page and we're forgetting the past, but we must always remember the past leads us towards the future. We got so much to get to today. This is the emergency broadcast. Thanks for joining us. It's the only place you're going to get the truth, and we're happy to provide it for you. We're going to take a couple of calls later on, and we're going to get to the bottom of some things here. First of all, I just want a couple of quick things happening in the world out there. I've been talking about soybeans for a while. Soybeans, not a natural, not a organic product. It is a genetically engineered farming substitute for nutrition. It's established in 1928, 1 year before the Great Depression. You only have to do the math there to figure out why. It has infiltrated every single aspect of our diet. I don't care if you are trying to eat a Snickers bar or a carrot. It's got soybeans in it. Even our water, they're saying now, has trace elements of soybeans. This happened just last week. This is coming in from KIRO7 in Washington State. Soybean spill in Tacoma freight train derailment. So an overnight freight train derailment along the Tacoma waterfront caused a road closure and soybean spill. So now we can see now that there's an overcorrection and overreaction to the amount of soybeans we're being forced to consume, and government's starting to do something about it, and they're derailing trains, so the volume of soybeans are being disrupted. We're going to follow that story as it develops. We also have some in from Salt Lake City, Utah, KUTV. This just came in. Mishandled remains prompt questions over regulation of Utah's funeral home industry. This is no surprise, folks. I've been saying this for years, that we have body mix-ups happening all the time. About 60% of the bodies buried now in America have been the wrong body, and many of them are alive. So we will follow that story. The big story we want to get to right now, and this is exclusive. These are stories from other news outlets, but one thing Emergency is going to be the leader in is breaking news that we've reported on. I've got a terrific team out there, producers and researchers finding the truth, getting to the bottom of things. This one pertains to Alex Jones, and I'm going to break this. This is big news. This is going to be on every CNN and all the other fake news sites. They're going to be running with this wild. They're going to be running wild with this story. We have leaked video now revealing that Alex Jones popped like a balloon in his car 2 months ago. That's right, folks. Alex Jones, the Alex Jones that we have come to know over the years, is dead. He has passed away. InfoWars has obtained shocking cell phone footage that appears to show disgraced broadcaster Alex Jones popping like a balloon in the front seat of his own vehicle on the morning of May 1st, 2026. The 16-second clip, which we will show you, folks, so stay tuned. We have the footage. No one has this. This is exclusive. So if you want to find it, you want to watch it, you're all going to have to come to Emergency. The 16-second clip was delivered via secure tip line at 11:48 p.m. on June 30th. It is being published here for the first time. Let's just show the video here, and I can talk you through it.
Alex Jones in his fucking car right now.
So there's a lot of things we don't know about this video here. We don't know who the person filming this is. Shit. Now, there's a thing that Alex Jones has been known to do. Many of his videos are from his car. So we can confirm that this is a common characteristic of Alex. We verified that the Chevy Suburban was registered to Free Speech Systems, which is his holding company. Look at pause right there. This Alex Jones, you can tell by the back of the head, the ear, the color of shirt, bald man, unable to grow hair on the top of his head. There's a violent, sudden impact from inside the car. Essentially, the body of Alex Jones disintegrating instantly, exploding out, breaking the window. We're going to keep playing this as I speak through it, but it is shocking video.
Alex Jones in his fucking car right now.
Confirming something quite shocking, that 2 months ago, Alex Jones exploded. Now, first question is, well, who the hell's on Alex Jones Live? Who's the guy who's broadcasting every day to a diminished audience? You look at his numbers back when he was on InfoWars compared to where he is now, it's pathetic. It's bad. He's not been able to maintain his audience. And we're partly responsible for that because we vanquished him off the air. Questions remain. Who is this Alex Jones? I believe this is an imposter. This is I don't know if it's a clone, but it's somebody that they managed to fool the world into believing is Alex Jones. Why? We're going to get into the why. Why is this happening? I want to get into the video, the source of the video here, because we got some metadata on this. The video was created on May 1st, Central Time, on the same day that a man claimed to be Alex Jones relaunched his show under his new banner, the Alex Jones Network, or Alex Jones Live. Metadata lists an iPhone as a recording device and contains GPS coordinates placing the camera on a residential street on the south side of Austin. Now, this video was uploaded to X that afternoon by an account with no followers and no prior posts, so it was a new account. This is kind of what caught my eye here. The account was suspended 47 minutes later. Look at 47, think about who's in charge.
Alex Jones and
The video was viewed roughly 1,800 times, downloaded by an unknown number of viewers, and then reposted to at least 3 other platforms. So the account exists for one single day, gets taken down, and then we get it because we have people on the inside. We have people that know about, that work on at these companies that know that we are the pipeline to information. We are the pipeline to the truth, and they get this to us. This came to me. I have a lot of questions. I have a lot of ideas about what's going on here. First of all, where did the car go? Why did nobody else see this? We are confident confirming. There's no question about it. Alex Jones, we've known and have battled over the years, is no more. He's not on this earth. He has gone, what we believe, to the underground. We believe he's going to hell, and we have some more evidence to prove that. But we want to get into this a little more, a little deeper. We have with us, calling in right now, a forensics expert, somebody I've known for a long time, someone I know and trust. Dr. Lester Reeve is going to be joining us because he's taking a look at this, and he's had his eyes on this for a couple days now and has some insights onto what we're looking at here and how to verify the severity of it and the authenticity of it and get his perspective on what he thinks happened here. So we're going to go to Dr. Lester Reeves right now.
Thank you for having me. It's good to be here.
Doctor, just to give a little context, can you describe your background, your expertise in forensics, and make it brief?
Yes, I have 30 years of law enforcement experience in the San Diego and LA coroner's office. I have a master's degree in forensic science, PhD in human behavior.
Fascinating. Well, Doctor, you've been able to look at this video. What are some of the things that stand out to you as what happened, and what was it? Well, just speak to the video and what your impressions of it were.
Well, as far as the video is concerned, it's pretty obvious what happened. He was blown to smithereens by an explosive device, essentially a bomb placed inside the vehicle, probably the seat.
So this you believe this is an impact coming in from the inside, not from inside his body, but from inside the vehicle?
It's very unlikely that it would be from inside of his body. You can never rule out any possibility, but that particular scenario would be very unlikely. It's probably a explosive device set inside the vehicle.
Mm-hmm. If that was the case, wouldn't you see more of a general impact radius coming out from there? I guess you need other angles.
I understand what you're saying. A well-developed and sophisticated device can be very localized in its explosive impact, and it appears that this particular device would be in the seat of the bottom portion of the seat, or in the back. I would say more likely in the back of the seat. And it's very common to see explosions in cars, in mob hits and that kind of thing. However, this particular device was localized to the interior of the car. So it's just it's much more sophisticated.
A much more targeted surgical strike on Jones.
That's a good way to put it. Surgical.
Now, you have I know this. You're not one to speculate. Do you have any theories that you've developed after seeing this video about why something like this would have happened to him, or what the purpose of eliminating him would be?
Well, he is a controversial figure. Some people liked him, some people loved him, and a whole lot of people disliked him and even hated him to the point where they may have wanted to essentially kill him.
Seek revenge.
I'm sorry about that.
That's all right. Now, we look at the conspiracy here, the cover up. What does it tell you that this happened nearly 2 months ago, and we're hearing about it now for the first time? How hard is it, or how easy is it, if you are a member of the deep state, to cover up something such a? I mean, you could have gone in, gone to some barbecue spot where he's eating and poisoned him. If that's what you wanted to do to eliminate him. This is a very public display, but yet it becomes swept under the rug. Have you ever seen anything like that?
To keep something like that secret for over 2 months is quite extraordinary, and it would take quite a bit of specialized ability to do that.
Many people involved, many people at a high level of access to power, money, influence to make something like this happen and then disappear. Have you? Is there any signs that you see in what you see of him that's making you question who that is? Is that a clone, or is that just a lookalike, or is that facial AI CGI going on, or do you have any perspective on that?
The way to tell is if that was really Alex Jones or a clone or a CGI is to find out if Alex Jones is still around anymore. If he's not, I would assume that was a real explosion and a real homicide. Yes, not likely a suicide.
Now, Alex Jones, the guy was a portly fella, big, full of food and gas and other plump boy. Right?
He was fairly heavy set, yes.
Very heavy set and bloated. You ruled out the idea that this could have just been him exploding from consumption, high blood pressure, stress, anxiety, and just overeating. Can that happen anatomically? Can that be something that happens to somebody?
Absolutely not. That's never happened to anybody in the history of mankind. No
one's ever exploded from eating too much.
That's right.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Doctor. We appreciate your perspective. We'd love to have you back on with more info as more info develops on this.
Welcome. Very welcome to be here, and thank you for inviting me.
Take care. That's Dr. Lester Reeve. All right, folks, we're back again. The breaking news: Alex Jones has popped like a balloon. That's been confirmed now. Phone lines are jammed right now. Everybody wants to call in and share their feelings on this and their thoughts on this. So let's go to the phone lines now. We got Phil calling in from Texas. Phil, what's on your mind?
Yeah, I'm just now seeing this video. I can't believe what I'm seeing, and I'm thinking we're somehow maybe responsible for this. I work at the Whataburger in downtown Austin, and Alex, he's a kind of a regular customer, and he was in not long before this video supposedly took place. And I don't know, maybe we overserved him or something. I'm not sure what happened here.
Okay, so you're saying you work at the Whataburger. You saw Alex come in?
Yeah, he ordered 5 of what's called a triple meat Whataburger.
Five triple meat Whataburgers?
Right, 5 triple meat Whataburgers.
What?
And then he left, and he actually came in and he ordered 5 more. And he ordered several of these, we call them fry boxes, with French fries, onion rings, gravy, jalapenos, and it was a lot of. I figured he might have been ordering them for many people, but now I'm thinking maybe he ate them himself.
You think that Alex Jones gorged himself on Whataburger? You're saying 5 triple cheeseburgers and how many fry boxes?
I can't remember the number. It was a while back, but I'm guessing he had 4 or 5 of those as well.
Anything to drink?
He had a milkshake, just one milkshake though, to wash all this down. If that's in fact what he did, but
Okay.
I can't.
Let me ask you a question. What's your name?
My name is Phil.
And how old are you?
I'm 17.
Okay, and you've been working at Whataburger for how long?
Just for about 6-7 months or so.
And do you know, does Whataburger keep records of customers' orders, receipts, any kind of paper trail that we could go back and look at and verify this?
Well, we have to cash out every day at the end of the night, and so we keep that on record. And so somewhere in the files they would be here. Yes.
Well, we just had a friend. You saw the interview with Dr. Reeve, and but his point of view was that there was an explosive device within the car in the seat, and that's the cause of the explosion. He is his expert opinion that people can't explode from overeating or from high blood pressure.
Right. I mean, we're kind of trained to know that too as employees at Whataburger, that competitive eaters can eat like 20,000 calories a day without getting sick, and I'm guessing these triple meat burgers, they're over 1,000 calories each. And if he ate 10 of those, he could have gone into what's called dumping syndrome, which we were taught as we worked here. And maybe a stoppage caused him to build up gases or something. I don't know, but it just looks awful to me. I don't know. It's
terrible. We never want to see anybody explode or killed in a violent way or killed in any kind of way or die.
Especially, I feel kind of guilty that I gave him.
I don't think, son. Let me give you a little advice. You're 17 years old.
Yes, that's right.
And you're going to college, or you're pursuing any kind of academic career?
I'm hoping that, yes, I'll maybe get a scholarship to go to college here. Yes.
Well, let me just say, I think you should absolve yourself of any guilt. I don't think it's possible for him to explode from the food you served him. And if he did, this was his choice. You did not put a gun to his head and make him eat 5 triple burgers, or whatever it was, the fry boxes and the milkshake.
Right.
I think you sleep soundly at night. The real question is why was he taken out like this? I think there's no credence to what you're suggesting. I think it's impossible. And you're a good kid, and I'm glad you're watching. I'm glad you're paying attention. You understand that the rest of the world is lying to you, and we need this new generation, Gen Alpha. Is that what you are?
I would call myself that, yes, sir.
What kind of music do you listen to?
I listen to some Train. I listen to Puddle of Mud.
Where do you get your news from? You're going to get it entirely from InfoWars now?
Yes, sir. I've been watching you for quite a while here lately, and I really like the show. And is it true that there was pepper cheese all over the interior of the car afterward?
I can't confirm. We don't know that. We don't have access to that information, okay? I just want you to sleep easy at night. Go talk to your mommy and your daddy and tell them that you didn't kill nobody, okay?
Yes, sir. Okay.
All right. Stay in school and learn and be a good person. That's all. That's what we need in this world. And do right by the Lord.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let us go to the phone lines right now. I got Tim calling in from Ohio. Tim, what's on your mind?
How you doing? You doing good? Everything all right?
Everything's fine. What can I do for you, sir? We don't have a lot of time here, so please get to your question, your comment quickly.
Yeah, okay. Well, I just want to say that everybody is, you're talking about how Alex is dead and there's a new Alex. And I just want you to know that's old news. People know that shit. People already know that stuff. So that's old stuff. I've known that for years.
All right. Well, that's not the way I interpret it, sir. You had prior knowledge of this. This is something that you're saying you had access to, this information.
Oh yes. This is common knowledge. This is A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
No. This is not a common knowledge. This is breaking news. We're getting to this first. We had the video evidence that he imploded or exploded about a month ago, and prior to that, we believe that he had just existed as a normal man. But you have evidence that to the contrary.
Yes, a lot of people with me with deep knowledge like this already have known this and known this forever, so nothing shocking here. Alex is basically a character who gets replaced, like James Bond or Bozo the Clown. I mean, essentially, we're talking about the same line as Bozo, with like Pinto starting it, and then Larry Livingston creating it, and then you're having Willard Scott become Bozo. Now you have David Arquette being Bozo. This is just Bozo.
It's not Bozo. I reject that, sir. I don't think you have the evidence. I don't think you have the clarity to understand what you're talking about here. I think you're out of line. What we found here is there was one Alex Jones. We have evidence on that. We have genetic materials to prove that. And then we have this incident that happened, a singular incident. This is not a pattern. I believe in patterns. I believe that things repeat themselves over time. But, sir, I think you're chasing down the wrong rabbit hole here.
I mean, you should just go back and look at the different Alexes. You'll notice that it's, again, I hate to keep saying this, but it's Bozo. It's Bozo the Clown.
It's not Bozo the Clown. I reject that. But look, you got evidence that he's Bozo the Clown, or is following a similar pattern of James Bond.
I'm not saying he's Bozo. He's definitely not Bozo. That's a different line. Of course, that's a different line. That's its own thing that's parallel. But
I understand.
Different.
Yeah. Now, I understand you're making an analogy to the various bozos that have played Bozo the Clown over the years, or Superman, or even Batman. You had Michael Keaton playing him, Adam West, of course, and George Clooney.
That's different. Yeah. That's different than Bozo, I feel like. But yes,
it's not different. Go ahead.
They're saying that Bozo's saying that is the same Bozo. Batman is saying, okay, this is a new Batman with a different guy doing it. This Bozo, they're trying to say that's all one Bozo.
Yeah.
They're not saying, hey, there's a new Bozo.
I can see that point. Continue.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, in the circles I run in, we've known this forever, and we've seen Bozos die the same way you guys found, some evidence on Alex.
All right. Well, so you saying you know more than me on this?
Yes,
and all the work we do, all my team, all the people that have come together to do the hard work on this, my forensics expert, Dr. Reeve, everybody like that, they know more than you, and yet you don't provide any evidence. So I think you're the one that's full of shit.
I am not full of shit, and I will not be told this. That I am full of shit. I reject that.
All right. Well, you can do whatever you want, but this is my show, and I'm running this. And for you to come on here and say that this is just one of many Alex Jones, I think is misleading my audience, and I reject it. If you can provide some evidence that there was an Alex Jones from 1994, 2001, are you saying the Alex Jones that broke the story about the World Trade Center being a hoax, that this guy is not the Alex Jones that exploded?
No, you're talking 4 back. You're talking 4 or 5 back is what you're talking about, and you can usually tell by certain creases in the face if you study the face.
Oh, we studied the face. Yeah, go ahead. We studied the face, but go ahead.
How close did you get into the face? Because the face is a map. Everyone's face is a map of what their history is, and it's like a fingerprint. They should, instead of when crimes happen, they should do face prints because they actually have completely different lines, the same as a fingerprint.
If you're so smart on this, and we'd love to have you on again sometime to explain a little bit more about where you're coming from, because frankly, it's news to me, and I got an open mind. Okay, so I want to make sure that if this is if you're onto something here, we want to hear more about it. All right.
Yeah, I would be glad to come back, and I would be glad to do a little bit more research myself to make sure I have some things to say that could prove my point better. But I'm telling you, I know it in my gut. I know this stuff.
And your name is Tim. And what's your background? What's your expertise? And what do you do for a living?
I live in Toledo, Ohio, and I make tools.
All right. Well, thank you, sir. And you're the reason this country is still humming, and you're the backbone of America. And I appreciate all the work you do.
I appreciate that so much. And if you ever see a tool out there, every single one I make, I put a little bit of slash in the handle of it so you know that it was made by me, Tim from Toledo. I make a slash in all my tools.
You got slashes all over them tools. All right. Thank you so much, Tim, and all the best. I like this guy. Jason, make sure he's on the hotline so he calls in again. We can get more information on the many Alex Jones that have existed.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after this break.
Hi, friends. I'm retired Sheriff Dominic Batter. Did you know that over 1 million Americans aren't getting enough pure oxygen? Oxygen is a critical gas for emotional stability and vein health. Pure O capsules contain 100% uncontaminated oxygen, guaranteeing optimal absorption and mind maximization. Just one dose will give you enough oxygen to stop breathing for 1 full hour. Save time and unlock the true potential of your lungs with Pure O from InfoWars.
All right, folks, if you're just joining us, news breaking today on Emergency. Alex Jones dead. Passed away 2 months ago, May 1st, 2026. More on this as we get more information. We'll be exploring this story in depth, get to the answers of how and why and who is the imposter right now on Alex Jones' life. I want you as info warriors to get out there and spread the message, spread the word that that this news is being suppressed. We're the only ones you can trust right now, and let the world know that the real Alex Jones is dead, and that we will find the truth as to who the imposter is. So make sure you use social media and all the various methods of communication, email, text, and all the rest. Join InfoWars here on our social media and support us in every way you can. I want to just give a final thought here as we approach the Independence Day of July 4th, America turning 250 years old, big America 250 celebrations wherever we go. I gave this some thought, and there's a lot of research backing this up right now, but I guess the way to begin this is to say we're familiar with the ancient civilization known as the Phoenicians. Phoenicians are an ancient civilization from the Mediterranean region, 5,000, 6,000 BC, all the way up to about 200 BC. Big thing about the Phoenicians, they were responsible for our modern alphabet. The origins of our alphabet, the way we speak, the way we communicate, the way we write, begins with the Phoenicians. First of all, we believe that the Phoenicians did not disappear, that they were not conquered by the Romans, that they disappeared in a sense, but they went underground and found secret canals, secret tunnels, secret pathways to the underworld, to hell, and have been living in hell in communion with the demons and Satan, and establishing a super order, which also has a pathway up to the top levels of control and government. So the reason I bring them up and how it pertains to the July 4th is on July 4th, 1776, the founding fathers, so-called founding fathers, sat down, wrote the Declaration of Independence. Now, the Declaration of Independence is based on letters of the English language, which have evolved over time as a handwritten document on parchment. It's a document of ideas by the founding fathers, but it's also a document literally made up of letters, which, when you put them together, do form words. We know through our research that there are 1,320 words in the Declaration of Independence. And so you look at the year 1320, you want to add together that number with July 4th, 7-4, which turns out to be 11. So we took a look at this, and you can look there, that's the year 1331. Now, a couple notable things in the year 1331. We have the big one is this is the first recorded outbreak of the Black Death plague, okay? And so there's other ways to do this, other ways to skin this cat. I think if you look at the number of words in the Declaration of Independence, we are finding messages sent through time, perhaps from a past period or down from the gates of hell, communicated up from the Phoenicians, who, as I said earlier, are still running the show. Still, basically, if you want to get to the top of the top, who's commanding the commanders, you're looking at the Phoenicians, who are still with us and have never left. They've been controlled. They're the ones that brought us the Black Death. And so as we get together and get our hot dogs and grills and we're waving our American flags and light our sparklers remember that all we're celebrating is a communication, is a code that we need to be open to, and always remember that the Black Death is on its way, because the Phoenicians, the patterns that they've established over the millennium, several millennium, it reminds us that all we have to do is look under our nose to find the answers. And when we wave that American flag, never forget that we are under their control, and they control our mind. If you want to break from that cycle, you want to escape from their power, their clutch. Join us every week as we look into these mysteries. We try to solve the mysteries of who's running the show and why we are where we are. So join us next week on Emergency, and stay tuned for more information. That's all for now. Happy Independence Day. I'm not going to be celebrating because I'm not under the clutches of the Phoenicians from hell.